Hey guys, this is Zach, and it's late at night. I'm not sure, 10 o'clock at night, 9:30, whatever. Today was a great day for me. It was not hot. The sun was not out. There was a little bit of rain, and it was cool. It made it great for an airsoft war, and I played for, I think it was 4.5 hours, which was a very long time. It was nothing but fun. First we started out in a grove and moved out of there because there was just too many trees. It just didn't make the experience as much fun. And then we made bases with big plastic hard stuff that my grandpa has. He has a pretty nice place that we played at, and we had a heck of a time shooting guns. But this video is about my G36C. I'm a proud owner of a rifle, G36C. That is just a beautiful gun. Attachments on it, laser, and the little NC Star red dot sight. It's very small sight, and it's probably only good for a gun like this. Looking for this thing, it's very accurate out of the box. The red lasers in there kind of show. I won't get laser in my face, so let's see if we can show that best. You can kind of see it, see? And then you have the red laser on top of that, so you get both of good worlds, because far away you can't really see that red laser, especially in daylight, but you know, within a pretty good distance you can see it. You know where you're shooting without even looking down the scope. You can scope it. But let me talk about the G36C. It's a great rifle. Has very good capabilities. One, it's very light. The real rifle of this version, a real gun like this, is not metal. And I said this a couple times. You can't get this gun in metal for airsoft just because of that reason. So it's very hard plastic, though, very, very hard. Don't worry, don't get all, oh shoot, it's gonna break down, I'm gonna get shot. And this would take a very lot of shooting up close, point blank, to even damage through the plastic. It's just gonna ricochet off, ricochet off, ricochet off, and basically barely leave anything but a scratch or dent. It doesn't leave anything. Trust me, because the gun's been hit multiple times. So, looking at this, I'll talk about what I do like about this gun and what I don't like. First off, I have the Umarex version. It says Ares HK G36C AEG Blowback Rifle. Yes, it's a nice rifle. Very nicely built. I'll just go ahead and get to the bad parts. One, it makes it a little hard for a laser. I wanted to put my nice big green one that's huge, a big expensive laser that's very powerful, but I can't get it here because this sticks out too far. So when you look at it, the laser barely makes it underneath there, and you can't attach anything to there except, from my understanding, a sling, which I don't have yet. I'm still going to have very soon, waiting for that shipment. It has rails on the side, underneath. Okay, so the bad things first, I was supposed to say. The laser obviously can't get there very well. It's in a kind of a weird spot for a grip, but it's a nice way. The reason I took the grip off is just because I can hold it like this, stiff and steady shoot, and if I need to get access easily to the folding stock, my hand's already near it. It's pretty well like that. The other thing I do not like about this gun, you have to be very careful. If you don't close the stock, you could accidentally have the stock swing and cut your hand pretty bad, get it hurt. So make sure you close the stock or you're holding it firmly. And it makes it very hard to open. You have to open it. So again, if you hold it like this and you're running, ah, my fingers! Exactly. So don't do anything like that. Another bad thing is the end right here of the weapon, which would be this end. Yeah, it's hard to see sometimes, the very back right here, by the sight and the red dot sight. It's sharp, so if you get your face near it to scope down the sight, ow, you're cutting your face. You're like, so maybe you want to wear that out, file it a little bit. That depends on you. For me, I don't even get right on the side. I get like this back behind it because I don't want to get too close. It's very sharp. If you don't want to mess up your brand new gun, don't file it then. Just do what I said. Okay, what else? Very bad thing here. Go ahead and open it up so I can show you. I'm going to take the magazine out of the way just so we can kind of focus on this next thing I'm talking about. This is great that you can pull this back and get to the hop-up inside. There's the hop-up right here. There is a little wheel that goes up or down like this. It's very easy to get in there. You can either hold it, and you can do this ambidextrously from either side and get to it. But this is where it gets, what the heck. You can lock it, and there's a button right here by the trigger. I don't know if you can see it because of my hand, but I push that, and it locks it. See, it locks it. So now you can do your hop-up. But the biggest failure, in my opinion, by this manufacturer, if you shoot this gun while it's locked like this, yes, it will jam and you will be mad. Me, I was not so mad because I kind of knew, not a big deal. I'm very smart about it, but someone else is probably going to be pissed because they're not going to really know what to do. They're going to send this gun back, put it in the box, say it was brand new, and then it gets shipped to me as brand new. That's probably what happened. But anyways, so I'm going to explain. It did jam on me, but I'm going to explain how easy it was to fix this. One, don't ever shoot it when you have it like that. If you have it locked like this and you locked it like that, you can't unlock it by pushing this button down here. You can tell it's stiff. The only way you can unlock it is you pull it back and let go, and it will unlock. So that you do not want to do. There's no warning label. Even in the manual, I couldn't find any warning label about that. That is just absolutely bad because someone's going to jam their gun. They're going to be really mad. Going to be really upset. But to fix it, you simply take your gun like this, and there is these screwless. That's why I like this gun a lot. This one, I don't know if all the G36Cs are easy to get into and accessible, but there's just pins that you take out. You want to take out all three. You got one at the top, one here by the trigger, pretty close, one in the back. So you got one here, here, and here. Take them all out, and you can pull this gearbox out very easily after you take off this piece, unfold it, pull out this stuff here. There's going to be a spring. You pull this down, you pull that out. You pull out this slider. So you pull out all those pieces, and then you can get the gearbox out. The gearbox, you will know that it will now fire. For me, all I did was put up it was a 9.6 volt. I hooked it right up like that without it being in the frame to see if it'd fire, and sure enough it did. And then I went semi, boop, 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 boop. I checked it for error. But then I also noticed inside this gun the BB was stuck in the barrel. I looked down the barrel like this, and I was like, whoa, that's stuck in there. So at the same time it jammed, the BB got stuck in there. So there was no unjamming rod with this gun. Luckily I had one from another gun, and I just stuck it down in there, and the BB fell out. So it was all good to go. Tested it, felt the air, it was good. But someone else is probably going to be, oh, this is brand new, broke. Oh, I have to send this back, gosh dang it. And throws it in the box and gets all damaged and scuffed up. And Mine is spanking brand new, not scratched. I'm a proud owner of a G36C rifle. So yeah, I am very much so a proud owner. Okay, so let's get to the good things about this weapon. What I like. One of the things I like is the magazines. Oh, I forgot to say that. Let's talk about the magazines. There is another bad thing here. Sometimes they don't make the magazines even at the bottom. You can see it's not even. So when you try to stand it, it wobbles a little bit, but it won't fall. Don't worry, it's not going to fall easily. You'd have to. So you got it. I taped it with plastic tape, green around it. Now I'm going to tell you why. This has on the G36C magazines, they have these tabs, I guess you call them. I'm not sure, but what it does is it allows you to put the magazines together and lock them in place, and you can unlock them and pull them away. But the plastic one that I got with the gun was not as good as the classic Army one that I got here. So when I put it on, it fit, but barely, and then I heard it crack because the way it was made. What cracked off was this thing right here. It's actually, on the classic Army, it looks like it's made completely one. But on the stock one that I got with the gun, this piece was put in with glue. So what they did was, this was probably made, they put some glue in there, and then they put that piece in there. There you go. So yeah, it broke off pretty easily because of that reason. And then they don't really match up. And I couldn't get the piece out. I tried. It's stuffed in there really good because these magazines aren't the exact same brand. They aren't the exact same, but they still work. So what I did was I super glued on the inside, and I put it in and closed it, and it looks fine. But I tell you, I tried to remove that piece so I could have them separate. It's just not going to come off. I could just ignore it. But I'd rather just keep it as one whole hard piece like this and buy extra magazines and just say, here we go, put that in there. Because in your rifle, now you can run with the stock folded, and then you can open the stock, and with this finger, your trigger finger, you can push the ambidextrous magazine catch release, or magazine release, excuse me, and you can switch right next to your other one. But you cannot close the stock because of that. See how it bashes in right into the other one? That's why I said I play like this with my hand. See, because I can hold the stock, and then I can easily close it when I need to take my time and shoot. So the magazine also doesn't catch very well sometimes. You have to, if they just go like that and let go, you might drop it. So you have to really push it up in there until you hear the lock. Also, the line on the magazine, just to show, there's a line that goes around each magazine at the very spot right here. What that is the exact spot that when you lock it in, your hand should not be. See? If your hand is there, trust me, you will crush your finger, you will cut your finger. I had my finger like this right here when I was loading it up real quick, and it got hit my finger, and yes, there was some blood on the inside of the skin. I removed it, all good and go, but at least I learned my lesson. Hold it below that line, make sure you hear the click, make sure you push it up in there, it's good to go. You don't want to just, oh, I'm just going to reload, oh shoot, you know, some cruddy thing like that. So let's get to the good stuff about this gun, and this is the Umarex version again. This is a nice weapon. I had a problem with the motor making a smell, and it was pretty bad, but for some reason it went away. I'm not sure if shooting BBs made the smell go away. If I dry fire it, for some reason it doesn't really smell right now, but it's not smelling, so I'm just assuming right now the gun is still pretty good. Oh, another bad thing. I just keep forgetting these things. This is not really that bad, but this area is kind of small, so you can only fit an 8.4 volt small battery. Small battery. This is a 1500 now, I think they say. So what happens is, within like 30 minutes, if you're constantly shooting it to an hour, yeah, you already got to put another battery in. I've got 3 of those, so I can do this all day if I want to, for the most part, and then I have extra batteries on top of that. But that's the only other thing left that I can think of what I do not like. Let's get into the great things. It's very light, very well made plastic. It's hard. It still has a good feel to it. You can squeeze it tight. You can fold the stock. And best of all, you could hold 2 of them. So, other good things about this weapon, obviously the rails are nice in the front, a rail at the top. You got your front sight, you got the back sight, which is not the greatest, but it will still do the job until you get your small sight or whatever. I had a scope on here that was really nice, but the gun is kind of tall from here to here with the scope, so it wouldn't fit in my gun cases, so I had to just, every time I had to pull it out, I had to reattach it, and it was too much hassle. This is perfect. It's small, it's easy, it's compact. This is a really compact gun. It's good for up close battle. It has a great rate of fire. To improve your gun, which you can do, and that I like about this, is there are holes right here, which makes it easy to pull the wire out and hook it right to a PEC box. And you just get one on the side. You can even probably get one below, maybe, possibly, or on the other side, and you've got a major crazy weapon, because this thing with a 9.6 or more volts, you're going to unload on something, they're going to be screaming, "Can't take any more fire, can't take it!" And they'll try to pop out and they'll just get nailed. This is a great weapon for that. Case, you can see you can fold it, you can run after somebody, you can hold it around the corners. You don't have to worry about it hitting you in the face in the mask like a long M16 fixed stock. You have to hold it a certain way, and sometimes you can't see very well to the sight to shoot accurately. This gun has so many advantages to having. This brand, it's easy to get into the gun and access the gearbox. It's pretty well built. It's very nice, ambidextrous selector switch. It's got safety, semi, and automatic. The magazine catch, again, it's ambidextrous. It's right at the bottom here, so any of the finger from either side can hit it, or straight in the middle of it. Let's see, it's got blowback. Blowback is awesome. When you're shooting it, it shoots very quick, so it's like, yes, you can imagine that is really cool. I will have to make videos of me shooting my guns just because they're great. I just don't take my stuff with me when I'm going to shoot, but it is good. You can see this has a very good magazine, blowback catch. When you hold it here and you push that button. I was doing it earlier. The reason I can't do it now, I don't know. I don't know. Sergeant. Maybe I need to use 2 hands. Yes, that's what it is. Oh, shoot. Good thing I caught that with my feet. See, you want to be careful. Do you hit this? Just to make sure. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. So you've got this here. And let's go. That's great. Love that part of the gun. The hop-up's nicer. It's newer. It's good. The rails, the stock is really hard. It's got a nice rubber feel to it. The magazine lock piece right here, you can push that and close it tight, and it's good like that. It's good like that. The look of it is great. It's a pretty compact gun, but it can also be a long gun. I don't have slings yet for it, so we could possibly sling it here and through the front. Has a side on the left and a side on the right. Overall, I would say this is one beastie gun. I like it more than an M4 and an M16. So that's up to you if you want to buy a gun like this. For anyone that's watching this video, magazines go together very well, and you can take it out. I don't know how I got the magazine to hit me like that. I think what happened was when I was putting it downwards, I hit the magazine release button by accident. I don't know how that happened. So the rails make it easy to attach a laser. Get ready to fire. And overall, the feel of putting it in your hands and shooting it, you can see this is really good. So you wanted me to shoot it. I'd love to shoot it right now, but like I said, also my family is upstairs asleep, so I don't want to wake them up. Oh, why did I tape this magazine? With plastic tape, so it makes it easy to remove it and not so sticky. But I taped it quite a bit, and I did green so somebody could see it, and that way if someone else is playing with my rifle, I do let my family or my relatives sometimes play. This makes it so they can see, hey, don't open that, don't take it apart, I don't want to deal with it anymore. And it's on there pretty thick. I tape it pretty thick. It looks good. It gives you that sense of, hey, this comes together pretty well. It could obviously be black. I could take it off very easily, re-exchange it when I have black. I don't have black right now, so I took green. I either had white, yellow, blue, red, or green, and I'm going to take green because that's my favorite color, and it would have looked weird some other color, I thought, so maybe red would be pretty badass. Not white, not yellow, maybe blue, but I took green. So yeah, and the gun has blowback, remember, so you're shooting. This is a great beastie weapon. $259.99 on Airsplat. Loved it, still love it. The flash hider end, you can't really attach the silencer that I have because it's a little different, but you could probably remove that flash hider end and put a different one. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. But I'm not going to worry about putting a silencer on this gun because it's one of those weapons for up-close combat battle. I believe it's just a really good far-away shooting. At the same time, when you get closer, you've got the battle on both sides. Not very far away, but I mean at least medium to far, you've got a pretty good weapon in your hands. Oh, other things about this gun that are pretty cool. There is 4 holes by the stock right here. There's also a hole right here. So what that does is when you pull these pins out, you can put one here, you can put them here. If you had the gun upside down, you can put them in this way. Or if you had it this way, you can put it in this way. But usually when you're putting the battery in, working on it, you're going to have it upside down anyway, so they're not going to fall out. They're very hard to pull out. This one sometimes I accidentally knock. I push that and I go, oh shoot, push it in, but that's very accidental. Great weapon, love it. Got to get you one if you want something like this. It's definitely worth having. So look at how easy that is. Love it. Alright guys, I'm going to be out, so I'm a proud owner of the G36C rifle.